Should the Eagles consider Colin Kaepernick?
Please, please, oh football gods, let the Eagles get Kaepernick and win the Super Bowl. What an incredible chapter in this story that would be. However, they should not get him. Look, when Wentz went down, that's the end of the Eagles with the Super Bowl. Like, everyone get that out of your head. Nick Foles is an NFL player. He's actually an NFL caliber quarterback. He had a very good half-plus of the season with the Eagles under the right system. He was terrible with Jeff Fisher, but then again, who isn't? But he is a huge drop-off from Carson Wentz. So that sounds like I'm arguing you should bring someone else in. No, I'm saying that they're in a bad spot now. The fact is, the injury to Wentz ended their Super Bowl hopes. In reality, they have a very, very, very slim chance. That means whether they keep Nick Foles or whether they go get someone else, it's unlikely to happen. The question is, what makes it more likely? What gives you a better chance? The guy who has competed on an NFL level and has had some success on that level and has been on your team and knows all the plays and has practiced, etc., or some guy you're going to get who doesn't know your offense, for whom you may have to change the offense. You likely will. Who doesn't know the playbook, etc., etc. If this is early in the season or if certainly in the preseason, sure, you go for it. But this is too close to playoff time. So there's that. And then there's also, what kind of message are you sending the rest of the team if at this point you're telling them they can't get it done without outside help? We just said the next man up philosophy is what's keeping them going and all this. They've had injuries all year. This would fly in the face of that. So considering you ain't winning the Super Bowl anyway, I would do the long-term plan here and show the team that I have faith in them and stick with my guys if I were the Eagles now. Hate to say it, because, boy, it'd be a lot of fun to see Kaepernick in Philadelphia.
Well, first of all, I think it's utterly ridiculous that you could sit up there and definitively say they're not winning the Super Bowl anyway when there are question marks all over the place. Louis Riddick just highlighted the question marks with the New England Patriots. I've highlighted the question marks with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Everybody knows there's question marks right throughout the AFC. Then when you get to the NFC, you've got Case Keenum in Minnesota. Okay, you've got a questionable offense in Carolina. We don't know what the hell has been going on with Atlanta. Aaron Rodgers ain't back in Green Bay yet. The Cowboys are still close to irrelevant. Seattle and their offensive line and some holes in their defense have been a storyline throughout this season. There are so many question marks throughout the National Football League. How can we definitively say that the best all-around balanced team in the NFL this year, which is the Philadelphia Eagles, have absolutely no shot, so why bother? That's utterly ridiculous, number one. Number two, Colin Kaepernick. When we look at it from the perspective, let's think about how Jeffrey Lurie, the owner of the Philadelphia Eagles, is forward-thinking. Let's think about the fact that he's one of the people that spoke up against Jerry Jones and some of the positions that he was taking in regards to the protests during the NFL meetings. Let's take into account the role that Malcolm Jenkins has played with the Players Coalition and making sure that issues pertinent to the African American community get addressed, which obviously, breeds from Colin Kaepernick's initial protest. Let's think about Long and how he put his arms around his teammate in Philadelphia in support of the position that Colin Kaepernick took. Let's think about the city of brotherly love, where you've got a population of African Americans anywhere from 45 to 50% that are also diehard Eagles fans and will rally around this team even more if you were to bring Colin Kaepernick on board, not to mention the fact that you're not asking him to start. You still got Nick Foles in there. You're just looking for a safety net. I think if there's any franchise that should strongly consider bringing Colin Kaepernick on board, the Philadelphia Eagles would qualify.
As a backup, you're saying?
Period. Just on the team. I'm not saying that you bring him in tomorrow. He hasn't played all year, Max. You don't bring him in tomorrow and let him take Nick Foles' spot, but you do bring him in. Why not? Why not take a look and take a chance? Why not?